Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
5, 4, 6. And today we got Jordan Addison. Now, I called Kayshon Boutte number one receiver. I don't know if I'll drop that video before this one. I'll probably drop this one first. But either way, the number one receiver for the Giants and the number one receiver overall as far as off the field, on the field, attitude, everything, fit, scheme fit, is got to be Jordan Addison in my opinion. Quentin Johnston is a guy that's intriguing. He's got good size. He's got decent speed. But Jordan Addison is the best. Top of this draft, you got Jackson Smith and Jigba, but I think that Jordan Addison is the best separator in this draft. And I'm going to just show you, listen, this guy had about, 1,500 yards last season for Pitt with Kenny Pickett. Only about 800 yards this year. But he's a guy that's very productive. I found play after play after play after play. Some prospects I have maybe about 5 or 6 plays that I find that are really good, and then I have to kind of find some other ones that are more nuanced. Jordan Addison, watching his tape is kind of like watching a highlight reel. He's always getting the ball. He's productive. He gets open. There are concerns about press coverage. I'm not concerned. I think he'll continue to get better and better at the line. You don't have to be strong. You don't have to be the strongest to be able to get off of press coverage. You just got to be quick. So let's watch this first play. Let's dive right into it. So before we get into this video, let's get a quick word from a sponsor.
Got everything. I've got your name. I've got your address. Think I might pay you a visit.
Anyone can find anything on the internet, including your full legal name, your personal email, your home address, phone number, and even your relatives. Just do a Google search for your personal information or someone that you know, name, email, phone number, and see if a people search site shows up. This information is accessible because of data brokers who profit by selling your information to robocallers, telemarketers, spammers, and anyone else that wants to learn more about you. That's why I'm excited to tell you about today's sponsor. Aura will identify data brokers that are exposing your information and automatically submit opt-out requests on your behalf. They'll even opt you out of junk mail and telemarketing lists. You can use my link, aura.com/diggy, to try 2 weeks for free and see how many data brokers are sharing your information. It's also linked in the description. You can also scan the QR code. Aura has already found my information on literally over 100 sites so far. And guess what? If they do take my identity, they'll cover me up to $1 million. They have a VPN, password manager, real-time credit and identity theft monitoring, internet parental controls, and antivirus software. If you sign up right now with my link, Aura will give you a 2-week free trial. Go to aura.com/diggy to start your free trial now.
Woo-wee. I'm gonna finally be able to get that PS5.
So Jordan Addison is matched up man-to-man against this corner. And this is just great stuff here. Again, I talked about press coverage before I started this off. And what good is press coverage if you can't get your hands on the guy? What good is it if you don't get your hands on the guy? So let's just watch this in real time, and then I'll kind of talk about what I see. You see that? It was a whip route, but it's not just an ordinary whip route. He dressed this route up. He dressed it up. So he's going to come off. You see Cooper Kupp doing this a lot, where it's like a double jab step one way, and then he goes the other way. So he's got a double, boom, 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 kind of like machine gun pistons, and then he's running a slant right here. There's no way that this guy isn't running a slant. The cornerback already sees that I tried to press the guy, and he already beat me inside. So, of course, the cornerback is going to try to overcorrect, and you just get left in the dust at that point. He gets turned around, easy touchdown. So last play you saw him working against man defense. This is him working against zone, and I got plays against man, against zone, all sorts of coverage, and he's winning. He's winning all of these. This time you're in off coverage. Jordan Addison is right at the bottom of your screen, right on the 20-yard line at the bottom of your screen. And this is not really a nuanced route, but it's just something that I noticed, a guy that can track the ball in the air and not really lose speed and be able to just take this into the end zone. So let's watch this. Right off the line, gives him a little head fake. This corner is not really focused on Addison. He's kind of focused on this zone. So he's focused on number 4, and he wants that safety. He wants that safety to be able to come up and make a play on Jordan Addison. But Caleb Williams, who's a monster, and it's hard to watch any tape and not notice Caleb Williams. But anyway, places a great ball there and just puts it right in between the safety and the corner, right where where Jordan Addison can get it. He hands catches it and just goes right into the end zone. So let's rewind this so you all can see this in real time. He's going to get a guy a head fake, boom, easy. So for this next play, Jordan Addison is right here in the slot. This isn't man coverage this time. This is more zone. And some guys, they route run flashy. They take all the extra steps. They move their hips a certain way. They're just flashy route runners. Jordan Addison is that. And then some guys are technical route runner. But Jordan Addison is also a technical route runner. So let's just watch this. They're backed up in their own end zone. They need some yards to at least be able to punt the ball. And Jordan Addison right here just wins to the inside. And something I noticed right here is the ability to hands catch this, which is really important. You don't want guys body catching things across the middle. Hands catch means you can catch that ball with your hands and you can keep running with it. There's not, let me hope this doesn't bounce off my chest. So let's just watch this. Just pretty simple stuff. Sometimes you'll see him do a two-step right here and add some extra flavor to this, but he's not wasting time here. Just a quick cut right across the middle. It's 4th down, a 3rd down, and he's able to pick up a 1st down there. I'm pretty sure that's a 1st down if you look at the pile on. But either way, they were backed up pretty much in their own end zone, and he's able to save them with this play right here. And notice again, I'm going to fast forward right here as we go through. Notice again, I'm going to try to run this slowly or try to pause it. You see him go up and catch this. This ball is high, but he catches it and he's able to keep running because he caught it with his hands, caught it in stride, caught it with his hands, and he keeps it moving. So something that I'm constantly looking for when I'm looking at these wide receivers for this year is, can we use them the way that Dave would like to use his receivers? And what I'm saying when I say this is, we use Wan'Dale Robinson in these pre-snap motions. We use Richie James that way. We use a couple of receivers, moving them around before the play starts, stressing out the defense. It looks like we can use Jordan Addison this. I'll just let this play. This isn't something to break down. This is just a nice play. And this is exactly something that I could see Brian Dable or Mike Kafka or whoever is the offensive coordinator at that point making this play, and Jordan Addison answering the bell, answering the call, and making a play right here. So let's just watch this. He's going to come across the formation, easy kind of screen play, and he's going to have 2 people to make miss, and he does it, no problem. So we all want those types of receivers that we can depend on in the red zone, and I've literally showed you about 4 plays so far, 3 or 4 plays in the red zone. This is the last one. Jordan Addison is your guy in the slot. This is when he was playing for Pitt, and as he runs this slant route, it's going to look like he got shot out of a cannon, and he's just going to go up and high point this ball. It's not like he's too high in the air, but it just shows that he can attack the ball in the air, especially in the red zone. You love to see it. So let's just watch this here. Shot out of a cannon, boom, clears the linebacker, easy touchdown. So this play, I'm going to just start it off right here. Jordan Addison is this guy. He's going to run across this field, and I'm pretty sure he's running a deep crosser. That was the play that he was supposed to be running this time. But this is just the play. This is halftime in the film session. And I wanted to show you all some things that I saw on tape where I was like, you could have done better right there. This is one of them. This is nitpicky. The next play will be a little bit more of a weakness, but this is nitpicky. So Jordan Addison is running this deep crosser right here, and he clears everybody, and he thinks probably I should be getting the ball. But look at Caleb Williams. Look at the quarterback. He's under pressure. He's running around. He's trying to make something happen. Jordan Addison still hasn't turned around. Now he sees it. What Jordan Addison should probably do right here And I'm going to do some drawing right here. He should probably come back to right here and just sit down right here. Just, somewhere in this area, just sit down right there. Because if he's right here and he gives Caleb Williams a window to throw this, instead of what he's doing is, he's calling for the ball and he's running this way. Caleb Williams is a beast at quarterback, but nobody's making that throw. Nobody's making that throw. So you got to at least sit right here, at least sit right here. You get the ball short, everybody's got their back turned. You can make a huge play. Instead, Caleb Williams is not going to be able to work all the way across the field like that and throw the ball like that. So as you see, Jordan Addison is calling for the ball. Like anybody can make this throw across the field. If anybody can do it, Caleb Williams can do it, but I doubt he's making that throw. So he doesn't get it, and Caleb Williams ends up trying to throw it to his side of the field, which is a much smarter play on the quarterback. But Jordan Addison might have been able to turn this into possibly a touchdown because everybody has their back turned right there. If he, stops instead of continuing to run, he might be able to get a huge play out of this. All right, so this next play, you see, he's already getting pointed out right here. Jordan Addison's at the bottom of your screen. And this is where some people say he has a weakness. I don't see this happen a lot in coverage to him. I just don't see it happen enough for me to say, I don't think he can beat press coverage, because I see his release package, and I think he can beat press coverage more often than not. But if a corner gets to him first, which is similar with a lot of receivers, I mean, you're sub 200 pounds. If that corner gets to him first, he might have issues. So here, this corner gets his hands inside first, and it's kind of hands to the face, got his hands on his helmet, kind of weird play right there. But he jacks him up right here. He's not going anywhere. Let's run this back just a little bit so you all can see. He's jacking him up pretty good right there. You can kind of call this a penalty maybe in the NFL if they're wrestling this much 5 yards down the field. But it's just something to kind of take note of. If you get your hands on this guy early on in the route, he may not be able to get off. But again, he's got his hands kind of on his neck, kind of on his head. So this might be a nitpicky too. All right, so I have, including this, I got 5 more plays to show you all. This section of the video is going to be pretty much just showing his big playability. He's got a ton of it. He's got really good speed. He's got really good speed. I don't know if he's a 4.3 guy, but I'm telling you, sometimes when he's running, he just is faster than everybody else out there. Sometimes it just looks like that. Either way, Jordan Addison is at the top of your screen. If you look at the top of your screen, you look at that receiver all the way at the top, the receiver right underneath him. I'll highlight it for you all right here. This receiver right here, Jordan Addison, is in the slot. And the speed that he shows right here to just kind of outrun the defense right here, not crazy stuff, but let's just show this. Starts off slow, turns it into another gear, and Caleb Williams just lets it fly so much that this gets underthrown. This is how far behind the defense he started to get. The ball got underthrown, and it's very tough to see right here, but he stops short and he's able to adjust and pick this ball basically off the ground and make a nice catch, if you can see right here. I'll rewind this and pause this right where he catches it. Kind of gets interfered with, and he catches it right here, almost on the ground. So really nice catch right here, all the way down the field to adjust to that underthrown ball. And now we're back to how does he fit in Dable's offense? Well, one of Dable's favorite things to do, as we all know, are these deep crossers. It's what he loves. It's what he made famous for the Bills. And I mean, the Bills, the Rams, they ran a ton of deep crossers. So let's watch here. He's in the slot, top slot, literally the top slot. And he's going to get another free release out of this slot position. He's just going to run this deep crosser. Runs through the defense. Has basically, if he gets this ball further out, he probably scores easily, but it gets underthrown again. Shows the ability to adjust to this. Catches it. Huge play. So this play, Jordan Addison doesn't get the ball, but pay attention to the bottom of your screen. He is just going to kind of dust this guy. Kind of hit him with a mini double move. Not anything crazy, but just kind of fake like he's going one way and cut this upfield. So let's just watch this. He's starting off straight up. Takes this outside as if he's going to turn this into sort of a corner route. and just turns the corner around completely. And if he's able to get this ball right here, not to say that it's the quarterback's fault because he's under pressure, but if he's able to get the ball right here, probably scores easily, probably walks into the end zone, and you got literally like a 100-yard touchdown, a 90-something yard touchdown. And he's not able to get it. So this next play is just more great stuff on tape. You see the arrow pointing towards Jordan Addison. He's just going to hit this guy with a rocker step, pretty much a double move in the middle of the field, and he's going to get wide open across this on this deep crosser. I don't know if the route is for him to run it this way and it's pretty much a post, or if it's a deep crosser, but either way, very well run route. Let's watch this side of the slot. Up the field, out, up. Look at all that separation. And Caleb Williams, as good as he is on some of these deep balls, I've definitely noticed that on some of these deep passes, the ball is kind of short. Because if he's able to get this ball the right way, if he's able to get this pass right here, again, he walks into the end zone. Because this guy isn't going to catch up with him, but kind of gets underthrown, kind of gets placed in a weird spot, but he's able to still come down with this ball and make a huge play out of it. So this will be the last play, and you got Jordan Addison right here at the bottom of your screen again. Off coverage again and again. Like I show you a ton of stuff of off coverage. It is what it is. People play it off because they were scared of getting beat deep. But let's watch this. Jordan Addison, the bottom of your screen. He's just going to run another deep sort of crossing route. And as soon as he clears this corner, he gets the ball. As soon as he clears this corner, beautifully thrown ball here this time. And it's just something about these receivers catching these passes deep and breaking the tackle and scoring that I just feel like it just makes them next level. Just makes them next level as he just walks in right there. So I'll play it real quick for you all one more time. Easy stuff. Gets behind the defenses routinely and is able to stay on his feet and score. I mean, that is the difference between a team that has to then go down the field and try to make a red zone, try to score in the red zone, and a team that already has 7 on the board. That's the difference right there. That's the difference when you have a superstar at wide receiver. All right, so I'll leave it on this screenshot for Jordan Addison. Obviously, is an explosive player. He's an explosive wide receiver. I'm hoping that he can be there at 25 for the Giants. He's got to get past the Ravens. He's got to get past probably a couple of other places to get to the Giants. But if he does, I think you got to pull the trigger right there. I think you got to take Jordan Addison if he's there. Sure, there are cornerbacks who are on the board that can fit in the mix. But if the Giants don't feel like they have their number one receiver, I feel like no one fits that role better than Jordan Addison this year. Just pulling up his stats. 60 receptions as a freshman, 666 yards. Those are some weird numbers. 3 sixes right there. 4 touchdowns, 58 yards rushing. Second year in the ACC for Pitt, 1,593 receiving yards, 100 receptions in 14 games, guys. Averaging 15.9 yards a catch, 17 touchdowns, 56 yards rushing, and a touchdown. And then the last year, his junior year, transferred to USC, 59 catches, 875 yards, and 8 touchdowns. So pretty much shows you his sophomore year was amazing. I think he can be that type of receiver in the NFL that he was in his sophomore year. And you still see the same player as a junior. So hopefully Jordan Addison will be there for the Giants. This video will, of course, people that aren't Giants fans will see this. But I do think he's the perfect fit for the Giants and probably the perfect fit for anybody that needs a number one receiver. I'm not sure if he's going to be the guy that where he's like Justin Jefferson or like Jamar Chase or like these guys that come out and they're all of a sudden off the bat 1,400-yard receivers. I'm not sure of that. But one thing I do know is that he's going to get open and he's going to get open frequently. That part I'm sure about. So you guys let me know what you think of Jordan Addison. I put out a Twitter poll saying, who do you want me to do first? And Jordan Addison was overwhelmingly the number one guy. So here it is. You guys let me know what you think of him. And drop down in the comments who you want to see next. If you made it this deep into the video, come on, just hit the subscribe button. I make Giants content primarily, draft content secondarily, and during the season, I'm going to be doing a lot of reacting to pretty much most of the NFL games and everything NFL. So if you made it this deep, go ahead and join the D6 squad.